Ashton, what is going on, brother? Thank you for your patience, and thank you for reaching out on Facebook and our epoxy group and flooring group. I had about 65 people who reached out, so a lot more than what I thought would happen. So on top of the research and of course putting the video together and sending it out, it took about a week longer than I expected it to. So want to thank you again for your patience, man. But nonetheless, I got this video here that's going to be giving you 3 points for your website and for your business. And that's going to be content, backlinks, and citation. Then I'll show you the opportunity of taking these steps for your business and why it's going to be so lucrative. So at the end of the video, I'm also going to have my own personal suggestions, just on steps that you can go taking forward to bring in more revenue, more traffic, and of course get that phone ringing a lot more and your name out there. So nonetheless, let's get into it. First things first is content. And generally on the home page, Google, beautiful website by the way, also very clean and slick. But content, right? Generally, Google likes to see on the homepage 1,500 to 2,000 words. Now, that's depending on the competition and the number of keywords needed. So, if you're asking what a keyword is, Ashton, a keyword is anything someone might type into Google when they're looking for a particular service or product. So, in your content, you can place these keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms, you want your website found for. For an example, a keyword could be, flooring Middletown, or home remodeling Middletown, kitchen remodeling Middletown, cabinet refinishing Middletown, anything like that, right? So service plus city equals keyword. Now I got your website here in a word counter, and we can see that you're at that 531 words mark. You're going to want to get that up to 1,500 for two reasons. Reason number one being Google doesn't consider your website a figurative authority until you hit that 1,500 mark. Now what this means is Google is not going to crawl AD Build's website as often, meaning they're not going to be able to put you in front of people who are putting this into Google as often as you'd like, and they're not going to rank you as high, right? Reason number two is you want enough words so that you don't miss out on any of these keywords I'm about to show you. As one keyword could be the potential loss or gain of 15 to 20 jobs a month, or 15 to 20 bids per month at the very least. So I got your top competition in the area, and that's Charlestown Tyree Flooring, and let's just see how you're stacking up against them content wise. So we see that they're at 706 words. Easily beatable. Don't want to get even with them. Want to hit that 1,500 mark like we said, for the reasons that we said. So just want to give you some more information on those keywords as well. This is a tool, Eris, that I use and pay for monthly. Gives me all-in-one data on websites and competitors' websites. There are free tools out there that you can use yourself, but this is what I go with. So let's take a look at Charles Tyree Flooring's website and see what Google is picking them up for the keywords. So these would be the keywords, right? A good keyword for you, of course, would be flooring Delaware or flooring in Delaware, and then you can see that there's 150 people searching for that monthly, and they're only getting 5 people to their website per month because they're only ranked in the 10th position. For this one that they're ranked in the first position, of course, they're getting a lot more traffic off of that. So just to put those keywords into context for you. But enough of the content, let's get on to the second point, and that's going to be backlinks. Now, a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another, or in this case, it's going to be one website linking back to AD Build's website right here. And so, these links, they act like an endorsement of your website from others, and, Google basically uses this to build trust in your website and business, by seeing other websites, vouch for you basically. The best example that I can give of this to keep it simple is, in Google's eyes, it's like a popularity contest. The person who has the most websites pointing to theirs is winning that, quote unquote popularity contest. And so when you're winning that contest, you get more power to your website, and they rank you a lot higher when someone puts in something like this in this area right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at your website. We can see that you've got 0 backlinks and 0 websites pointing back to your page. That could be, you just haven't had any work done, or it could be a new website. Not too sure what's going on that end, but that's where you're standing right now. If we look at Charles Tyree Floorings, we see that they've got roughly, 1,400 backlinks and only 21 websites pointing back to their page. So that's actually pretty spammy. they should have more websites going back to the page. But nonetheless, they're winning that popularity contest that we're talking about. And the great news is if it works for them, it 1,000% will work for you. So we can go in and see exactly what websites they have pointing back to theirs, and these would be those websites right there, right? I do want to point out that not all links are created equal, so it's worth noting to stay relevant to your industry, and local websites will work best. To further that point, we take a look at this number right here, and that's going to be domain rating. And so this is on a scale of 0 to 100 as well. And to keep it simple, basically the higher that this number is, the more power that Google is given to this website right here. So you want high-powered websites going back to your website because it's going to give you more power. And again, it's going to rank you a lot higher for those keywords in this area right here. So let's get on to the last point that I got for you, Ashton, and let's take a look at the Google Map Pack section right here. So I do see that y'all have a Google business profile up and running. Man, this is slept on by so many business owners. I see that you got 0 reviews on it right now. I know you've done jobs already. So I would advise getting those reviews up, and as well, the last point that we have is citations. So a citation is anywhere your business name, address, and phone number are, exactly as it's shown on your Google business profile right here. And so these citations, they help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since they generate huge amounts of revenue. For an example, right, if someone put in flooring, Middletown, you want to be that top 3 right there, right? Nobody's going to go to more places or click the second or third page. Just to put it in perspective, if you ever did restaurants near me or, plumbing near me or roofing near me, you tend to click on those first 3 businesses that are shown, right? Because Google's saying, hey, these are the ones you're looking for the service you're looking for. And, Google is trusted worldwide. So if Google is trusted worldwide, you're going to trust them as well, along with the businesses that they're providing. But back to those citations, they're included in directories like Yelp, Angie's, Expertise, VVB, and there's hundreds of others I'm sure you may have heard of. Social media accounts are great as well. For an example, on your Facebook business page, you would want to put your business name, address, and phone number exactly as it's shown right here on that Facebook business page. And Google would see that and count that as one citation. So then you got, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, like the list goes on and on and on. But the idea is that your brand and website begin to be found by Google all over the internet, right? And so the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you, your website, and your business. And once they start to see more often these cats right here, of course, they're going to rank you a lot higher than them as well. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap, and then I'm going to show you just how lucrative it could be for you if you followed these steps and started implementing them with the business. So when you get that content up of 1,500 to 2,000 words, right, you get those keywords in there that I showed you examples of, and then next you're getting those backlinks going to your page. You're starting to kill it. You got other websites pointing back to yours. You're doing better than these cats right here. And last but not least, you get that Google business profile with those citations and those reviews. Well, let's take a look at how that's going to be so lucrative, right? Charles Tyree Flooring, we see that they're getting roughly 190 people to their website per month. And that's all for those 3 points alone that we just talked about, right? And so let's say that this was 80s Builds website. You're killing those 3 points. And now you've got 190 people coming to your website per month. Well, let's say, of 190 of those, let's say only 40 decide to pick up the phone and say, hey, Ashton, we got a job. Can you give us a quote? Can you give us a bid on it or something like that? And of those 40, let's say that, only half of those are closed by you and your team. Well, that's 20 new jobs on top of what you're already doing. Based off of those 3 points alone. And these guys aren't doing, I'm not talking bad about them, but they're just not doing that much on those 3 points that we talked about. So you should definitely be crushing them when you start doing this stuff. Also, I don't know what the profit margins are for you right now in the business, but I would imagine that 20 new jobs per month after being in this industry for so long would definitely bring in a good amount of revenue for the business, and the profit margins definitely go up. So, yeah, that's what I do for a living, Ashton. I do have a couple suggestions. I mean, you're in Delaware, so I mean, you really could be grabbing those cities that are pretty close to you. All these cities, Dover, Camden, Wilmington, all of these cities, you really could be capturing all the traffic for all those and expanding your influence with some location pages and following those 3 points as well. I would advise that you again get those reviews up. Very, very important. It's just it's a 24/7 way of advertising yourself on Google when you get in the top three and ranked there. So this is what I do for a living, Ashton. Me and my wife had some time, had a quick reprieve for the month, and I give back to the epoxy community and flooring community, making this video to create more leads and traffic online for you, and ultimately more revenue, man. If you did for some reason find yourself, wanting to scale the business, feel free to reach out. I can give you some more information, or we could talk goals of the business, and I can do some more in-depth research than what I already have done, and maybe see what could be realistic for the business and what it might take to reach those goals. So, nonetheless, I just ask that you leave one line of feedback. Maybe you had a question, maybe something was unclear, or heck, maybe you understood it all. I just would appreciate it if you would reach back out to me and let me know how the video went. My name is Nick O'Neill again, and my door is always open. Feel free to reach out. Have a great evening or a great morning, whichever time you're watching this, brother, and thank you for your time.